Yo, what is up everyone, Codes here, and today I had an idea. I would just tell you guys a little story about something that happened last week, because I figured I don't tell enough personal stories on this channel, so let's do this. Alright, so last week I went into work in a kind of depressed mood, as you do. I went into work not suspecting that it would be a very eventful day, to say the least. When I got there, everything was normal. I just went about my work business, Came home for lunch, had lunch, went back to work. Everything was normal up until that point. But then, maybe about half an hour after I got back from lunch, a warden came running around the office telling everyone we had to evacuate. Having crippling anxiety, I've always really struggled with those kind of situations. So that set off something in my mind, like, oh my goodness, why do we have to evacuate? What's going on? But then he explained it and he said it was a problem with the air quality downstairs in the building. So he wanted everyone to evacuate while the fire brigade figured out what the air quality problem was. Said there was something like too much CO2 in the air. And for those of you who don't know, because it's basic science, but CO2 is the gas that humans breathe out and trees breathe in. So basically, breathing in too much CO2 for a human can be toxic. And there was a way to exit the building without going through the downstairs section. So of course we all went out that exit, as you would. And once we were out, we had to evacuate across the road, and the evacuation point was a community garden behind the library. Of course, we evacuated to that point. We basically sat outside the community garden in the library area for about a couple of hours, maybe 1.5 hours. While we were there, the fire brigade were pulling up 2 trucks over by the building, over by the office, and they were trying to sort out the issue, trying to find out why is the CO2 so high. Turns out it was because they were doing maintenance on the air cons in the building, but something went wrong and it started spitting out too much CO2. Yeah, I don't know the problem there, but basically the CO2 content was too high in the building because of the air cons malfunctioning. They did something to those air cons and it was fixed. Then we were all safe to go back into the building after a while once the CO2 had dissipated. I was not expecting that when I went into work that day. These things can happen at any time. Alright guys, well that's just a little bit of a story from me. I just like to, share experiences of mine with you guys, and I figured, hey, why not share this story, because I found it rather interesting. Anyways, I'll catch you all next time. Please do remember to like and subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video by me, and I'll catch you all next time. I've said that already. Goodbye.